Support court with Judge Vanderby is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1078, McKinney case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. McKinney,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, I am here to try to recoup costs that I've incurred with my daughter.
All right.
She's 9 years old. She's been with me since birth, and I'm paying for everything. I've been doing it all on my own.
All right.
Without a problem, but I've been doing it all on my own.
All right. And when you say all on your own, Dad isn't helping out financially at all?
At all.
Okay. And you said your daughter's 9?
Yes.
All right, buckle up for a courtroom clash like no other. We've got a mother fiercely fighting for child support after raising her daughter alone for 9 years, and a father who refuses to take responsibility, even as paternity is questioned. What started as a fleeting weekend situationship has snowballed into a legal battle with emotions running high. Does the father own up to his role? Can the mother find justice after years of financial struggle? Stay tuned. This courtroom drama is about to heat up.
Extracurricular activities, that word always messes me up.
Yes, ma'am. Basketball, track and field, and tennis.
All right. Does Dad pay for any of those?
No, ma'am.
How much are the fees associated annually with each one of those?
Annually, probably roughly $4,700.
All right. Is Dad aware that she's in these activities?
Yes.
All right. The extracurricular activities, does he attend those?
No, Your Honor.
So he doesn't pay for those?
No.
So what is the backstory? I mean, she's 9, so were you all in a relationship previously? Like what happened?
We were in a situationship for a weekend.
What in the world is that?
Well, it was a little bit more than a one-night stand. It lasted approximately 72 hours. I was on business in Washington, D.C., and he was there.
The mother, Miss McKinney, makes it clear she's been doing everything for her daughter, raising her alone, paying for her extracurricular activities, basketball, track, tennis, all without help from the father. At this point, we can't help but ask, where's the accountability from the father? The fact that he's known about the child's existence yet never contributed a dime to her care is hard to swallow. The emotional toll of raising a child alone without support is immense. Could the father be more present, or is he simply avoiding his responsibility?
I need to be careful what I ask.
Well, listen, the night grew long, and things happened within the next 72 hours. And so, yeah, that's the extent of it.
Okay, and you got pregnant?
Yes.
Okay. Was he involved in the pregnancy?
Well, he was definitely there.
Well, no, throughout your pregnancy.
Oh, throughout? No, ma'am.
Okay. So you've just literally had the baby, no help from him, nothing like that. Did he show up at the hospital?
No, he was late.
Okay. So did you all have a DNA test done?
No.
Does he know he's the father?
He doesn't think that he is, and he's the only Caucasian that I've ever been with, so.
Okay. So that's
Here's where things
the
take a
issue
dramatic
lies.
turn. The father, in an attempt to explain himself, downplays the entire situation. The mother calls it a situationship that lasted 72 hours, but to the child, this is a lifetime. His claim that the mother makes more money than him and should therefore carry the financial burden. That's not how child support works. The law isn't about how much you earn, it's about providing for your child. Is the father using his financial situation as an excuse, or is there more beneath the surface?
He sent text messages, and he sent happy birthdays, things of that nature. How is she doing? So I believe if he didn't care at all, he wouldn't send those text messages. Now, he's done that for the past 9 years. I've just never seen any greenbacks to follow those texts.
Okay. So when he arrived at the hospital, did he sign the acknowledgement of paternity?
No, Your Honor. When I meant he was late, the baby was already a week old at the time. I was already at home. We'd left the hospital. That's what I mean by late.
Oh, so he didn't show up at the hospital at all?
No, Your Honor.
So he didn't sign the birth certificate or any acknowledgement of paternity or anything like that?
No.
Okay. So you're here today to do what exactly?
Well, I was hoping you would be able to help me, first and foremost, establish paternity
Okay.
at this point.
All right.
And
We
possibly
would definitely have to do that before any child support takes place.
Of course.
Now it's getting personal. The father brings up his own newborn son, trying to compare the situation with his new family. I know he's mine because he's white, he says, making an argument based on race and his relationship with the child's mother. But what does that really prove? Should a biological connection be so easily dismissed based on assumptions? And why bring his new family into this? The child here, a 9-year-old girl, is the one who's been neglected. Does the father have the maturity to separate past mistakes from future responsibilities?
But to him?
No, that's pretty much it. I've just been doing everything on my own. In my heart of hearts, I know that he is the father. I have no doubt. I'm just needing assistance.
Okay. All right. All right. Sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is what she's saying. Now, let me be clear in my questions because I just realized that I probably shouldn't have asked that question like that. Now, bypass all the 72-hour stuff that she talked about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, she's pregnant.
She was.
Okay, you were not involved in that process at all in
No.
terms of the pregnancy.
Look, let me just start off by saying that most of what she said is essentially true.
Okay.
Although there's some giant omissions in there and some things that you need to take into account to get the full picture.
Well, does it involve the 72-hour
So
thing?
we were involved approximately that amount of time, yes.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
The father's defense is full of contradictions. He admits he may be the father, but says his doubts about paternity have kept him from taking action. Is he really unsure? Or is this just a tactic to avoid responsibility? The truth is, a child has a right to know their father whether he likes it or not. The fact that he's dodged any financial or emotional support speaks volumes. The judge is right. No matter the backstory, this girl deserves help. And it's about time the father steps up or faces the legal consequences.
I'm not here to give you the details of it. I'm just here to tell you that we were in an intimate relationship on and off for about 72 hours, yes.
Okay. So, after you found out she was pregnant, what happened?
Well, first let me add some context to everything before I answer that, Your Honor. She works for the federal government. I'm a teacher. I'm a high school teacher. She
Okay.
makes significantly more money than I do. I make about $60,000 a year. I don't know the exact figure of her annual income, but I know it's a lot more than that. She's in far better position to support her daughter than I would be, and what she's asking for.
You
for
said
me
her daughter, so you truly don't believe this is your child?
I am willing to accept that it may be, but we've not done a DNA test. What she said about being only with one Caucasian.
Did you catch that moment? The father says the mother doesn't need financial help because she makes more money than him. But that's not the point. The point is, a child, his possible child, has been deprived of resources for 9 years. And now, after all this time, he wants to hide behind a financial excuse? The law doesn't care about your salary or your situation. It cares about the child. The father is still avoiding the real issue. A child deserves support from both parents. Will he finally take responsibility? Or is this just another dodge?
She's lied before to me. So don't take, she was honest with a lot of the stuff she said fairly, but here's a big thing she forgot to mention. I have a son of my own. I have a newborn son, and with my fiance.
Congratulations.
What does
Thank
that
you
have
very
to do
much.
with this?
This is
Well,
what it has.
I allowed you
Okay.
the opportunity to speak. This is his time.
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
I asked you,
Yes,
was there
ma'am.
anything else you needed me to know before I moved over to
But I
him?
already know he's gonna push my buttons.
Okay, well, just sit there and don't let him push your buttons.
Okay.
That's easy, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can do that.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
So I have a newborn son with my fiance, and I know that he's my son for sure. And I know, and
How do you know for sure?
Because he's
Well-
white.
And then, the father drops a bombshell. His refusal to pay child support is tied to the idea that he might not be the father, but we still haven't confirmed it with a DNA test. It's baffling that he would dismiss his role before a simple test can settle everything. This isn't just about money, it's about acknowledging the child's existence and providing emotional and financial stability. The way this father is avoiding even the most basic responsibility raises so many red flags. Could a DNA test be the catalyst for him finally stepping up?
Birth to him has been with me and only me for the past 3 years now. That's how I know that he is my son. And he does, despite being a newborn, having a little newborn face, he does look like me. I can tell. So, but anyway, what she's asking for, she does not need financial compensation from me to support possibly our daughter. And the other factor she didn't take into consideration.
Wait a minute. Did I hear that right? Let me rewind.
Yeah, he said need.
I'm
sorry.
Let me rewind that. You said she does not need money from you. So let me make sure I got that right.
Because she makes so much more than me.
Right. So even if it is your child,
right,
she still doesn't need to get money from you?
In my opinion, this is what she's doing here right now has nothing to do with needing money. It has to do with jealousy. She's trying to interfere with my relationship with my new son and my fiance.
Baby, I care less about that, okay?
The tension reaches a breaking point when the judge finally lays down the law. Paternity must be established before anything else can happen. And the stakes are high. If the father is confirmed, child support will be ordered. This moment highlights a key reality in family law. No matter the emotional back and forth, the law is about responsibility. A child deserves not only love, but financial backing from both parents. The father might be hoping the DNA test gives him an out. But what happens if he's proven wrong?
I thought we weren't going to allow him to push your buttons.
I left one button out.
I've got buttons.
I've gathered all my buttons, and you ain't gonna push.
Well,
I've got a whole control panel.
Excuse me. The only person that's going to be
childish.
Excuse me. The only person that's going to be pressing buttons up here is me.
I'm trying not to press his head.
Well, we're definitely not going to do that because then the bailiff will have to escort you out, and then I'll more than likely dismiss your case. So that wouldn't be a good thing, right? Ultimately, the both of you are here for one thing. You all want to find out if he is indeed the father of your daughter. Is that correct?
Yes, sure.
Seems like a weird place to do that. I don't see a DNA kit anywhere nearby.
Oh, now you're challenging her circumstances.
We do that in a different area.
Stupid.
We have, Excuse me, that wasn't very nice.
Well, it wasn't nice for him to dish your courtroom either. I'm just saying.
No disrespect to your court, ma'am.
I don't take offense to that because I don't sit up and let people push my buttons often. All right? So this is what we are going to do. We are going to reset this pending DNA results. Now, if for any reason the child does come back, the DNA test does come back and you are the father, you will have to start paying child support being ordered today. All right?
Can I respond to that, Judge, if I may? We were in what amounted to a long one-night stand. We never committed ourselves to each other. I wasn't even aware that she gave birth until like a week after it happened.
Lies.
No, I was never told that.
Excuse me, Miss McKinney.
Yes, Your Honor. It's the lies.
It's the buttons. Woosah. Okay? Now, to your point, I was looking here through this Texas Family Code looking for where it says that you have to be in a relationship with somebody to not have to pay child support, and it doesn't exist.
Well, she never, said...
The father's attempt to deflect responsibility by bringing up personal details about his newborn son and fiancé is an unfortunate distraction. His new family is not the issue here. The issue is his possible daughter, who has been waiting for him to take responsibility. It's incredible how far some people will go to avoid facing their past actions. The reality is, a child doesn't care about excuses. They just need support. Will the father accept that responsibility, or will he continue to deny his involvement in this child's life?
My faulty memory, but I never entered into this relationship with any intention.
Even still, let's just be clear. Birth control or not, a 9-year-old child is here. These are the facts. A 9-year-old child is here who deserves support, not only from her mother, but from her potential father as well. So we are going to reset this matter, get some DNA testing done. So to my original thought, If you are the father, you will start paying child support being ordered as of today, all right? If he is not the father, you can come back to court and petition as many people. Now, don't take that offensive. I'm not saying that you just been with everybody or anything like that, but you can come back and petition as many people as necessary, because this child, as I just stated, deserves to have the support from not only her mother, but from her potential father as well. So, do you all have any questions about what you're going to do?
No, Your Honor.
No.
No? Okay. And you have to make your daughter available for testing as well.
She's available.
Okay.
She's here.
Okay. So we can go ahead and get that taken care of today.
Oh, yes, we could.
Okay, so we'll reset y'all.
Thank you.
you.